Hello, and welcome to Chalkboards to Cash Flow. I'm Michel Chavannes, your host. This is episode 8. Should you start with long-term or short-term rentals? Helping educators pick the right path. Not sure whether to start with short-term rentals or long-term rentals? I've been there. As a teacher with limited time and money, this was one of the biggest decisions I had to make. In this episode, we're breaking down the pros and cons of each path so you can make a smart, confident choice based on your lifestyle, income goals, and time availability. This isn't just a strategy question, it's a lifestyle question. The way you invest should match your teaching schedule, family life, budget, and time freedom. Because if it doesn't, you're more likely to burn out or give up. Let's define both paths quickly. Long-term rentals equal 12-month leases. Tenants pay monthly. Think traditional landlord. Short-term rentals, or STRs, are the Airbnb/Vrbo model. Guests stay for a few nights to a few weeks. You furnish, clean, and manage guest bookings. Both build wealth, but in very different ways. Let's break it down. I've done both. Okay, the first is long-term rentals. Pros of long-term rentals. Consistent income, the same tenant and same rent each month. You know what you're getting. There's a lower time commitment, especially if you hire a property manager. Next, easier to finance. Banks like stability. It's a great first step. It's simple to understand and easy to manage even with a full-time job. Cons of a long-term rental. Slower cash flow, usually lower monthly profits. Eviction laws can be tricky depending on your state. I've been there. I'm in California. 3, less flexibility. Hard to raise rents or get the property back quickly. It takes time. You need to give notice to raise rents and notice if you want them to exit the property. Tip if you want a set it and forget it first deal while still teaching first full-time, this might be the path for you, a long-term rental. Next up is short-term rentals, pros and cons. Pros, short-term rentals have a higher income potential. They can cash flow 2 to 3 times more than long-term rentals in the right markets. 2, you control the pricing. You can raise the rates for events, holidays, and weekends. 3, you have more flexibility. You can block off dates for your own use or for renovations. 4, it's a creative outlet. Design, hospitality, and marketing can be fun. Here's some cons of short-term rentals. More time and systems are required. Cleaning, guest communication, reviews takes a lot of time. Next, city regulations. You must research local short-term rental laws before you start. 3, there's higher startup costs. You need to furnish the house, provide supplies, and get photography. And last, seasonality. Your income can fluctuate throughout the year. Summer, you might have a really high income. Winter, you might barely cover the mortgage. Tip, STRs can work for teachers with breaks in the school year to manage turnovers or those with supportive partners or co-hosts. All right, not sure which one to pick? Ask yourself these questions. How much time do I have each week for my rental? Am I more risk averse or open to experimenting? Do I want a stable income or a bigger upside potential? Is my market STR friendly or more LTR focused? There's no wrong answer, only the answer that fits your life right now. What I did, I actually started with a long-term rental duplex because it fit my schedule and budget, and at the time, we lived in half and rented the other half out. Later on in life, once the kids had moved out, I thought it would be fun to try a short-term rental, so I did. I love the creativity and the tax breaks. We'll talk more about that in a future episode. So if you're stuck, remember, you don't have to choose forever. You can start with one and then evolve as your confidence and capacity grows. If this episode helped you think through your options, DM me on Instagram at Chalkboards to Cashflow. Tell me if you're Team LTR or Team STR. Post in our Facebook group what you're leaning toward. Whichever path you choose, just take the first step. Thanks. Thanks for listening to Chalkboards to Cashflow, where we turn real estate dreams into real-life wins for teachers and everyday investors. If this episode helped you feel a little more confident or inspired, make sure to follow, leave a review, and share with a friend. And don't forget to join our free Facebook group, Chalkboards to Cashflow, where we support each other every step of the way. Until next time, keep learning and keep growing. And remember, you don't need to be rich to start. You just need to start.